Our story begins in a prison called the Raft, which is actually a jail for superhuman prisoners. Suddenly, the alarms at the Raft go off, and all the guards become alert and rush to the source of the alarm. Upon arriving, they realize that it was actually Dr. Octavius, also known as Dr. Octopus. I want to tell you that Dr. Octavius had been in a very bad condition for a long time because he had recently found out that he had a tumor in his brain. Despite all efforts, he couldn't cure himself, and his body had deteriorated to the point where he was counting his last breaths. The guards asked the doctors why Otto Octavius had set off the alarm, but the doctors informed them that Otto Octavius had been inactive for a long time and only today, after a long time, he started talking again. When the guards try to listen to what Dr. Octavius is saying, they realize that the words coming from his mouth were, "Peter Parker." Meanwhile, in New York City, Peter Parker is completely unaware of this and is swinging through the city as Spider-Man, protecting it. He reaches home, takes off his mask, looks at himself, and thinks about how good his life had been lately. This was a rare occurrence for Peter Parker, as he now had a job and there hadn't been any threats in his life for a while. He changes out of his costume and heads to his job at Horizon Labs, where he worked for his boss Max Modell, developing various things. Peter had also started paying attention to his personal life, slowly improving his relationship with Mary Jane and spending more time with Aunt May, who was recovering from an injury. While visiting Aunt May with Mary Jane, his Avengers card suddenly beeps, indicating an emergency. Peter excuses himself and leaves. After contacting the Avengers, he learns that they want him to come to the Raft. Upon arrival, he meets Captain America, Wolverine, Hawkeye, and Spider-Woman. Captain America informs him that a prisoner at the Raft wanted to see him. When Peter hears this, he tells them not to worry because he had defeated Otto Octavius many times and, being so close to death, Octavius couldn't harm him anymore. When Peter goes to see Dr. Octavius, he tells him, "I'm here. You wanted to say something to me." Dr. Octavius, with great difficulty, utters only 2 words, "Peter Parker." Spider-Man takes off his mask and confirms that he is indeed Peter Parker, but Dr. Octavius tells him that Peter Parker is actually him. At that moment, Peter realizes that Otto Octavius had switched their minds, and his consciousness was now in Peter's body, while Peter's consciousness was in Otto Octavius's dying body. Dr. Octavius explains that his consciousness was now trapped in a body with only a few hours to live. Before dying, he had played his greatest trick on his greatest enemy, Spider-Man, giving himself a new life. Hearing this, Peter goes into cardiac arrest, and doctors rush in to save him. Using this opportunity, Spider-Man escapes. Captain America and Wolverine try to ask him if Octavius said anything troubling, but Spider-Man assures them that with only a few hours left to live, there was nothing Octavius could do to harm him, as he had more important things to attend to. Saying this, Otto Octavius, in Peter's body, leaves. Meanwhile, at the Raft, doctors continue to try and revive Peter. The doctors wonder why they are trying to save a villain like Octavius, but one doctor asserts that saving lives is their job. Otto Octavius's heart starts beating again, and the doctors leave. Peter, in Octavius's body, begins to think about how Octavius managed to switch their minds. Suddenly, memories of Octavius come to Peter, revealing how it happened. Using a helmet that Peter had worn during the Spider Island event to save the people of New York, Octavius had connected his mind to Peter's and slowly reprogrammed it. He then built a robot to transfer his consciousness into Peter's body. Peter realizes that what happened has happened, and now he must think of a way to get out of this situation. After some thought, he realizes that he can use the same robot Octavius used. Focusing, he locates the robot on a rooftop in New York City. He concentrates on the robot, and it stands up. Peter knows he needs a plan to defeat Octavius and get his body back, and he needs to escape the Raft to execute it. Searching through Octavius's memories, Peter finds a plan that could help him. He uses the robot to hack a computer and send a message to Spider-Man's villains, promising $1 million to whoever gets him out of the Raft. The robot's battery dies after sending the message, and Peter waits. Soon, alarms at the Raft go off, and guards see Hydro Man and Scorpion attacking. They blow up a gate to Peter's cell, and a villain named Trapster helps Peter out, explaining that they saw his message and came to free him. Trapster places Peter's body in an automated life support system to keep him alive for a while. Peter briefly regrets his actions, but he realizes that stopping Octavius is more important. He decides to go with the villains, knowing he must get his body back. No matter what, he can't let Octavius get away easily. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share and do subscribe for more. You can watch what happens when Spider-Man makes a deal with the devil.